So I like to take off the mud flaps because they can get caught, right? And see where my frog is. Now he's lost some frog mass for sure, but he's had a ton of foot, and it looks like this wants to exfoliate. You can see there's like a chalky line right there. Can you see it? Under there? Right here, there's like a chalk line. See that right there? So it's peeling. So this is telling me the frog is getting ready to exfoliate anyway. And I know it's stretched forward because if I look at my ratios, you know, central sulcus, double it forward, I can explore all that. And he's got this retained bar here and still has some stretched white line at the toe. So I'm gonna see what I can find with where the true frog apex is. So I'm just using the pick of my knife and I'm kind of going in the collateral grooves here. And I can trim this if I want, though it's kind of rubbery. And see, we still have chalk down here. So that's another clue that it's going to exfoliate right there. You can also use a hoof pick if you don't want to use a knife for this. See, I can get under that. And then here, this part, I can actually peel it away. Can you see that, Kimmy?
Yep.
So, you know, you do what's comfortable to you, but that tells me that this frog is trying to come out. So I'm gonna see where it wants to go. And it looks like it's welded at the front, but it's not. It's gonna pop out. Hold on, buddy. Whoop, whoop.
What creates the weld?
Well, when they get long or they have laminitis, a lot of times they lay down extra material here. So see how that's just like the whole top is now wiggling? And you could leave it, like if you don't want to remove this, you could leave it and you could just do your measurement lateral side, central sulcus, central sulcus. The true frog apex is going to be here. So you could just leave that, but what this helps me with is understand how much of my, how much sole depth do I have, right? So that's why I like to get rid of them when they're telling me they want to come out. If you're not comfortable doing this, that's okay. But see, it's all exfoliating right there. And there's like a new frog underneath. So this is just welded into the sole. So the other way you can do this if you're more comfortable with it is you can attack it from the bar side. So do your normal bar exfoliation. Like this. See how there's a seam here and it's all chalky. So this is not actually bar material. This is actually sole material that overgrows because it doesn't have any white line and it doesn't have any tubules. So he has a little bar abscess right there. So we'll get after that. We'll treat that. It's little, but this is all going to pop out. See? And underneath it is actually already keratinized material. Look. So that's actually just a retained bar and it's just excessive. So it doesn't need to be there. And that's showing you this is definitely going to pop out. Okay? It's going to pop out with the bar. There we go. So now I just broke that weld right there. So again, you come in here and take that because this is chalky. So I'm just reading the chalk. And that's what gives me confidence to do this. Okay, see it's still chalky under there? And so this side, it's still chalky. So now, let's see what we have. Getting there, there's still more. See how it's still chalky. And I'm doing this slowly so you all can see the tissue change. But see how this is all chalk. And he's got a nice sole callus there, so I'm not worried about, you know, taking away material. Hold on, bud. Good boy. Whoop. But if you didn't take this, you might think that your toe was not that long or that you didn't have that much sole depth or that the toe wasn't that high because, of course, the toe in the hind feet is a dimension of length, right? When the toe gets high, it distorts. The length is vertical instead of out. So now we still have this piece to deal with. So you can do what I'm doing and you can kind of slowly peel this away, see? Or you can just get after it, which is what I like to do because I know where it's going. So I just take off the flaps, And then look at the chalk. See, it's still chalky there. So, Good boy. See how there's actually some thrush down under there? So that's another good reason to explore these things. I know. So you can see it's coming back at least to that spot right there. It's still a little bit welded there, so I'm not gonna fuss with it. Hold on, whoa, Manfred. I know, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Some thrush here on this side, and then we have this flap. Okay, and you can see it's still lifting up. So you could explore further. So this is where I might say, okay, well, I'm gonna not dig there anymore because I've at least got a lot of it out of my way. I'm gonna do my measurements. So I'm looking bar swell to the lateral side of the foot, this way. So there's my true central sulcus. Double that forward, see? So I think if we continued exploring that, you can see that right here, do you have a marker right here? Yeah, the marker. There's an exfoliation line right there, okay? That, if I kept exploring this part, that is where the frog would come back to, I'm sure of it. Okay, and that looks a lot more proportionate of his frog. So it's not that this frog was overly thrushy or overly necrotic, really. It's actually that there was excess frog. We took off the flaps and we exfoliated because it was telling us with this chalk that it was ready to exfoliate, and it's actually quite proportionate. It looks very healthy. Okay, so I hope that's helpful.